is broken, and I don't know if I'm gonna go to work tomorrow with my nose broken. It's really embarrassing because look at me.
These videos were taken back in 2022 and 2023, and by that time I was very heavily into an alcohol dependency. I would drink most nights, sometimes alone in my bedroom, all as a form of self-harm. I would make reckless decisions, I would ruin relationships that I had with people that I really cared about. I was in full-on self-destruct mode. I was struggling massively with my mental health, and alcohol felt like the only thing that would help.
My balance.
And the winner of on-screen talent is Gracie Jones, Key Stephen!
I finally managed to speak up to the people closest to me, went sober and got professional help. These videos now are all moments I would have missed if my dependency had gotten worse. I'm constantly reminded how lucky I am to still be here. Alcohol addictions can begin in such a subtle way, and it can be really easy to hide from those closest to you. I took a trip to Shrewsbury to go and meet Jane, who sadly lost her daughter Amy when she was just 37 years old due to an alcohol addiction. I wanted to find out a bit more about what Amy was like.
Very articulate, very funny, very great sense of humour. She just drew people to her, very charismatic. And for people of all ages, she'd find something nice to say. And she had some people have that way about them, don't they? And people just want to be around them because they make them feel good. Well, that was how Amy was.
Jane explained to me that Amy started drinking when she was a teenager, but it all seemed normal. Amy then went through a breakup while she was in university that affected her badly.
The other students she shared with, they said that after that breakup, she used to drink a lot and drink on her own, and there'd be bottles in the room, and that normal thing, hiding the bottles, in denial, pretending everything's okay, drinking alone. It's not a social thing anymore then. I used to have a dream of walking on this ice on a lake, and I looked down and Amy was below the ice and she was trying to get up. Oh. And of course it was too thick. You can't break it. No. And that's what it's like. When people say, why don't they just do something about it? They can't.
I would like to get as many cans as we could get, drink till you pass out kind of thing.
Joe struggled with an alcohol addiction throughout his 20s.
Were you drinking every day?
I'd say in early 20s, probably not every day, but then later 20s, definitely every day. I'd leave work to go to the pub at about 1 o'clock or something. And then the job started building up on top of what I could actually do, and then you're hungover, and it's just a vicious cycle you can't seem to escape from at that point, yeah.
Was there any moments that scared you during that time?
Yeah, I feel probably nearly overdosed quite a few times. I like to get home from having a drink, I'd listen to my songs on laptop, but I'd be finding laptop everywhere towards end, in garden. I'd feel like, oh, what have I done here to myself? Honestly, really bad. Then my mum would show me these videos, and now they're heartbreaking to look back on for me empathising to her.
Sam also struggled with an alcohol addiction throughout his early 20s, but it was those closest to him that made him reflect on his behaviour.
The only time really that I realised there was a problem was when someone else called me out, and it is when I sort of broke the normality of all of those drinking, even though it was really heavy. And my friends were like, oh, how was your day? And I said, oh, it's been a bit of a day, but it's okay. I've just had a couple of shots of vodka before I got here. And then they were like, oh, do you think you've got a problem? And it was only then really that I started questioning, oh, do I have a problem? When it was just something that wasn't expected. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's the only time really that there was any red flags for anyone, was when I admitted to doing something that wasn't in its normal context. Before then I'd often been absolutely paralytic, I'd been sick, that was just really normal for me. I'd woken up at a work event on a colleague's bathroom floor, face up, with vomit. I could have died a couple of times really easily, but it wasn't until it was just something a bit out of the ordinary that somebody said, oh, I think you've got a problem.
We've seen the impact that addiction can have. Join me next time as we take a look at the road to recovery.